Hi friends, my name is Maruti and I'm the co-founder of Cracku. In this video, we'll be doing a long interview with one of our content managers who is joining an MBA institute. His name is Sourabh. He has some waitlist, so where he'll join finally is not confirmed yet. But he has a very interesting profile. His score in 12th was actually low by most of the standards, that most of the commonly assumed standards. But he still managed to motivate himself and score very well in CAT. So that is why we are doing this interview. From this interview, basically, I want to basically ask him his story, know what happened and how did he motivate himself. Because this is a common theme that occurs for many students. One of their either 10th or 12th or undergraduation is low and they keep getting obsessed about it. So in this interview, I want to know how he has motivated himself and finally he did end up scoring very well in CAT. So I just want to know his story. So hi Saurabh, welcome.
Hi sir, good evening sir.
So can you just introduce yourself? So basically you can tell us where you studied, where you were born, all those things.
Okay, my name is Sourabh, as you have already introduced me. I was born in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. I belong to Bihar, but then we moved to Bhopal. I have done my schooling undergraduation in Bhopal only. After that, I joined Infosys as a systems developer. There I worked as a software developer and then I switched to Cracku, where I'm currently working.
Just going back, in which year did you finish your 10th?
I finished my 10th in 2012 and in 2014 I completed my 12th. I gave the first attempt of my 12th standard. After that in 2015 I gave the improvement exam of CBSE and after that I started my graduation and I completed my undergraduation in 2019.
Okay, how did you get into your graduation? You took any exam or?
Yes, sir, there was this JMENS exam that was conducted. So in that I scored 103 and I didn't prepare anything. I just went and gave the exam. I got my college Technocrats Institute of Technology as in tuition fee waiver, so I didn't have to pay much fees. It was somewhere around 20K per year, so it was easy for me.
So roughly what would your percentile be in JE? Just for me to understand.
I was approx. It would be somewhere around 90 percentile because I think the cutoff there that year was either 105 or 107, and the cutoff is like top 10 percentile of the students, so it would be somewhere around 89 to 90, 89.7 to 90 percentile in between.
Okay. That's fine. So you did your undergraduation in 2019, then you worked in Infosys for around 2-3 years, and then you joined Cracku for a year. That is good. Now, one of the things that I also want to know is what happened in your 12th. How much did you score in your 10th? How much did you score in your undergraduation? Because it looks like you did well in JE also, right? You scored a good percentile.
So in my 10th standard, I scored 8.2. So in percentage wise, I scored 77.9 percentage. And there were many reasons. First of all, I was very dreamy at that moment. Like I used to think that I used to make up stories and I used to write also at that moment. So I used to think that maybe this is not like education is not something I'm meant to be. I want to do different things. And like till my 8th standard my percentage were good, like I was the topper in my school in 8th standard. So my school was up till 8th standard only and it was somewhere a mix of Hindi and English medium curriculum. So when I transferred, like I got admission into St. Paul in 9th and it was a completely English medium curriculum. There you have to speak in English, do everything in English. 10 rupees fine if you're speaking in Hindi, court is speaking in English. So there it became difficult for me to understand, like there were many concepts that I could not understand, and after some time I thought that maybe this is not something I would be able to do, so I would do something else. So I started writing. I used to write poetry. I have like, yeah, in Hindi. I have like published poetry in newspapers at that moment. 2-3 poems. In Dainik Bhaskar there is this column where they put poems, so I used to write there, and then I thought maybe I'll write. So in my 10th I scored 8.2. I got PCM because everyone in my family, like my brother has also done engineering, so maybe it was like I thought maybe it will be a good idea if I'll do engineering. Maybe somewhere my brother will help me in my job. So I had that kind of notion in my mind. So I took PCM, and then like I was faring very horribly in exams. Like every exam I was failing.
You are studying at home, you are putting effort?
Yeah, only at home, nothing else. We come from a lower middle class.
So what does your father do?
My father is an office PM, like normal general office work he do. My brother now works for Bihar government, so now he is earning fairly. So now we are sort of stable.
Okay, and your mother is a homemaker?
Yeah, housewife. So at that time, then in 12th, I scored 53%. Also, there is this story like in 11th standard, I scored 0 marks in my computer science exams. So like this,
So you failed that exam?
0 marks sir, out of 50, 0. So that like I stopped studying, and when I scored 53%, now I won't get any job. My brother won't help me because now it is below 60%. So then I left my studies, and then I started working in call center. Like there's this call center called Aegis
In Bhopal?
in Bhopal, yeah.
Mhm.
I was working there for a year, and then my friend Vaibhav Chaturvedi, he told me about an improvement exam that you can improve your scores after 12th. So I gave the improvement exam. Again, I didn't study. Like I didn't study. I was working also, and I gave the exam.
So what were the timings of the office?
Office 3 to 1, like evening, afternoon 3 to night 1.
And your parents were okay with you working in the call center?
They were quite happy. At least I'm doing something, because like they used to have very like they were optimistic about my future, because I was faring quite good before my before I went to St. Paul. So they thought that maybe I'll do something good, but then I didn't, and they also thought that maybe he's a lost cause. So whatever he's doing, let him do. Because 53%, I would like it's fair from their end also. 53% is something that's very low. So after that, I was working there. I gave improvement exam, and they supported me like everything. When I told them that I want to give improvement exam, they were like, okay, you should give because this is something that you should do. And I scored 69%. I didn't study anything. I was working, and I just went there and give the exam. I scored 69.2.
And which subjects did your marks increase in? Any subject?
So like my marks decreased in maths. It like I scored 53, 54% marks in maths because I didn't even study, practice anything. So 53, 54 marks in maths. I think in English I got 87, I believe, and the other three were also in line of 60s and 70s. So total marks I scored, I was 346 out of 500. So 69.2 was my percentage. So on the basis of that, since I had a first division, so it would be easier for me to get into the company. So I thought now I can go to college.
And how was college? The 4 years in college?
4 years of college, yeah, that was the point when I started studying. I now like the concepts in physics, like Newton laws of motion. So there is this basic BME, basic mechanical engineering. There was this subject in our first year. At that time, I studied whole physics of 11th standard, like only the NLM part, not only dynamics parts, like not everything. But I studied the part of 11th in my undergraduation because I know that I was lagging very behind. Even in mathematics, since I didn't know any concepts, and there were higher order mathematics questions like differential equations and all those things. So for that, I had to study integral calculus again, differential calculus again. So that was the point where I think I build the foundation that was required for CAT also. I think that was the point where I started studying. I felt quite good. I was among the top 5, 6 students like among my class, and I scored 84% in my undergraduation.
Okay.
After that, I got placed in Infosys.
Through campus recruitment only?
It was an open campus. So in RGPV, like I think there were only 2 or 3 students from my whole batch who got selected into Infosys, like electronics and communication department, and I was among one of them.
So how was the recruitment process? They conducted any test?
Yes, there was this aptitude exam that they conducted, and then the interview part. So I think I scored quite, like I think I was able to finish the aptitude exam. It was of 2 hours, and I was able to finish it in somewhere in 70, 60 minutes. And maybe I must have got full marks, or maybe 2, 3 marks here and there. And the interview, so it went very smoothly. They didn't even ask me any questions.
Okay,
So
good.
it was good there. And I worked in Infosys. I was an HPF, high performance. So Infosys give ratings to their employees on the basis of their marks scored in the training period that they have. So I was
In Mysore?
In Mysore, yes. So I was among the high performance students. I was close to being TPF, a top performer, but at the end I ended up with HPF, and I got incentives for that. After that, I was getting good projects also. I was a full stack developer for 3-4 months. I worked on a project. After that, I worked as SAP PI developer. I don't know if that makes, because a process integration is something SAP generally does not like have any much projects in. So I worked in Chennai for 6-7 months on SAP PI. After that, I started working on ESQL, extended sequential query language.
So you worked in Chennai for how long and Bangalore for how long?
Sir, first I worked in Mysore training part.
Yeah, that's for 3-4 months, right?
Then 2 months in Hyderabad. They extended my training in SAPPI process
Okay.
integration. After that, I worked in Chennai for 4 months, and then the COVID happened, and I went to Bhopal work from home. I was transferred to Pune, but I was working from home, so it was like
Okay.
from home only.
So when did you think of doing MBA?
At that point, like during COVID period, I think my job was not that demanding. Like I was working fairly, and it was not that I would have to put 9 hours continuous for just for the job. So I thought maybe this may be the time where I can do something else. I planned to give CAT in 2019. In 2019. So at that moment, I was not prepared, and campus recruitment started, and that was my priority. So I didn't give CAT. Like I thought of giving, I just to know how the pattern was and all those things. But then this time, I know that since I know that this is an exam that I can do good in, because I have I decent aptitude. I won't say very good like you all guys, but decent aptitude. So I thought maybe I'll do good. I prepared by myself. I took one Facebook.
This was in which year? 2020.
2020, yeah.
2020. Okay.
I took one course which was it's Facebook group that they have.
And how much did you score?
I scored 99.28.
That's good. Overall?
Overall. 79.6 I scored in VRC, 99.77 in LRDI, and 98.93 in Quant.
Okay,
QA.
very nice.
And I scored overall of.
Did you get any shortlist?
Yes, I got shortlist from IIM Shillong and cap calls, all the cap calls. Old IIMs hadn't.
And how were the interviews?
Decent. It was not like I converted IIM Shillong in waitlist like after like quite a long time. And
so you didn't think of joining it?
Sir, it was an online curriculum, and I don't have much very good experience with my academics. So I thought that maybe I'll digress again, and I wanted to be at a place where I put efforts and I get the.
Yeah, that's fine. I understand. So what happened in 2021?
In 2021, I don't like. I left my job. Like I left Infosys in August, and the condition of my family was not going good. Like COVID happened and all these things. So I wanted to give CAT, but I didn't give. I should have given, but I didn't give. And in 2022, I got an opportunity to work. When I received the mail from Cracku about the this post content management and product management course. Course, the job profile. So when I received this, I thought that maybe this maybe I can make this into something else. I can work on my like there was this stagnant period from 2021 to 2022 where I didn't study much. So I thought maybe this is something I can do it again. I should do it again because I do have aspirations other than just MBA. I do want to write, and now I'm quite serious. I'm not like how I used to write before. So I thought maybe I'll do it now, but having a backup and having a degree from one of the top B schools would be a very good thing on my profile, and it will give me stability, which we sort of lagged throughout our life. So I thought maybe this is something that I should do.
So one thing I want to know is many people with say bad 10th or bad 12th, it always affects them, right? When they are actually preparing also, that will definitely be there at the back of their mind. It will be demotivating. On some level, you know that, okay, even if I do very well, first of all, CAT itself has a lot of chance. But even if you try to motivate yourself to work hard, even if you do very well, you feel that, okay, even if I score 9.6, 9.7, I won't get a call from ABC. Then how did you motivate yourself?
Sir, I'm very easy to motivate. Like, I'll be playing different games. I'll be talking to someone, and I would see that this is something that they are very good at. So that motivates me. I'm very easily motivated. I read something I watch a lot of anime and movies, and whatever I get, I think that motivates me. It's a very different thing with me. I can't say that this will work for everyone. But it's because the way that I have lived in, the kind of condition that I lived in, and the kind of profile that I had. Now I think everything would be plus, like everything will be better than what I have done in my past. So I'm always motivated. I'm like, even if I'm getting a call from top 5B school, I got a call from IIM Lucknow. I was very grateful that I got an opportunity to give an interview, because I didn't even think that I'll get a Blackie shortlist. When I got a shortlist of IIM Lucknow, I was like, okay, this is something that I should look forward to.
So can you tell me what waitlist you have? What is the movement? Also tell people how much you scored in CAT this year. I don't think we discussed that.
So my overall percentile in this year CAT is 99.57. I scored 94.2 7 in VRC. I don't remember the exact percentile. 99.96 in LRDI, and I screwed my quant and I scored 96.25 in quant. Yeah, that sort of like if I did score above 97, 98 also, I think I should have had one or two more Blackie calls,
Yes,
but I didn't. Currently my waitlist in SJMSOM is 151, and currently my waitlist in NITIE Mumbai is 99. Yeah, and I think there are still waitlist movement that is going to happen. My rank in IIM Lucknow is 779, 776. I wrote in my blog that it was 779. Now I know. And it is moving quite slowly this year. So I don't know what will happen in the next few weeks. Apart from that, cap course I have converted almost all of them. In IIM Trichy, I got a waitlist. The waitlist number I didn't see because they wanted me to pay something, and after that, it was a decent college, but I had a convert from Udaipur, so I thought maybe like they are equal, so let it be. Yeah, that's the all colleges that I filled. Apart from that, I didn't fill any more colleges.
Okay, so before we end this, I want to know two things. Okay, one, any future plans that you have, like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, something that you see.
Future plans, sir,
Very random, generic is also fine, but just dreamy future.
Okay, that I have a lot, but first I want to get into IT analytics. First, I want to build a career in IT analytics, which I think my forte lies in, because when I was working in Infosys, I thought maybe this is something that I'm good at. So maybe after getting a consultancy role in any of the top B schools, preferably whatever I will get. So I want to build my career in that. I am not very optimistic about how I will fare, but I do want to get into the toppest hierarchy, the best hierarchy in a company that I can get in. Other than that, I do want to write novel. I'm still working on it. It's a fictional novel, and I do open mics like regularly, and I'm quite of like I'm getting sort of good response from the audience also. So maybe
Open mic, stand up, or poetry, or what?
the poetry also and stand up, but mainly poetry. It's faring decently.
Where do you do open mics in Hyderabad?
Sir, in Hyderabad cafes, like there are many organizations. There is this. So now they are calling me for as a guest performer. Before that, I used to register and go. So there is this Heart for Art organization in Hyderabad. They organize open mics. Very good organization. So I am guest performer for them. Now I don't remember the last open mic that I was in. It was in Koliv housing department. I don't know. So they also called me, like they approached me and they said that if you will perform, it will be good. So now, like there are many organizations in Hyderabad, so I perform for almost all of them.
Okay. One last question is, if you had to talk to your 20-year-old self, okay, right now you would be around 26, 25. So if you had to talk to your somebody, same person, who is like say 6, 7 years younger, what would you tell him?
To be serious in life, because like being dreamy is something else, but like when you think superficially, yeah. So as you asked me that what motivates me, so that is something that motivates me because like I'm not very grounded. Like I also like whenever I'm studying also, I'll study and I want to be thinking like normal. Like I can't explain it in words, but I was not serious when I was studying before, and I should have been. So I would tell that guy that please be serious. Just study. You can study. I used to think that I'm not made up for this, but now in hindsight, I think I was. So I could have done. That's something that I will tell him, that please study.
Okay, one last thing, if you can give us a poem, a nice poem, your favorite poem.
Sir, I have a political poem. You want to?
Sure.
Okay. So the title of this poem is "ये मेरी खुशनसीबी है." So I write in rage. It's a satirical poem. So I'll just give you a context. It's sort of a big poem, but so it was. I wrote this when I was in my first year, and I was quite angry with how the situation around us was going on.
This is which year?
2015,
16.
16. I wrote this. So the title was "ये मेरी खुशनसीबी है" कि मैं सड़क पे कचरा फेंक कर अपने देश को गंदा बोल सकता हूँ, ये मेरी खुशनसीबी है। मैं घूम सकता हूँ, घर में रह सकता हूँ, बिना कुछ जाने भी सब कुछ कह सकता हूँ। मैं राष्ट्रगान में खड़ा नहीं होता हूँ, देश विरोधी नारे लगाता हूँ। बावजूद इसके मैं अपने आप को देशभक्त कह सकता हूँ, ये मेरी खुशनसीबी है। मैं अपनी प्रथाओं को गलत बोल सकता हूँ, अपने भगवानों का तिरस्कार कर सकता हूँ, जो चीज़ गलत लगे उसका विरोध इजहार कर सकता हूँ। मैं योगी हूँ, मैं काजी हूँ, और धर्म की आड़ में गलत काम करने वाला भी मैं ही हूँ। बावजूद इसके मैं लोगों का भगवान बन सकता हूँ, ये मेरी खुशनसीबी है। मैं नेता बन सकता हूँ, अभिनेता बन सकता हूँ। सिर्फ यही देश है जहाँ मैं घर बैठे बैठे लोगों का देवता बन सकता हूँ। मैं चोर हूँ, बलात्कारी हूँ, भ्रष्टाचारी हूँ, आतंकवादी हूँ। पकड़े जाने के बावजूद भी अदालत में मैं लोगों के सामने अपनी बात रख सकता हूँ, ये मेरी खुशनसीबी है। तो मैं बुराई कर सकता हूँ। नाउ दीज लास्ट लाइन्स आर अबाउट माई सेल्फ कि मैं बुराई कर सकता हूँ, किसी का भी गुणगान कर सकता हूँ। इस तरह तो मैं अपनी कई खुशनसीबियों का बखान कर सकता हूँ। मैं लेखक हूँ, मैं वक्ता हूँ, अपनी भावनाओं को शब्दों में लिखता हूँ, अपने गुस्से को, असमंजस को कलम के जरिए इजहार कर सकता हूँ, ये मेरी खुशनसीबी है।
Okay, very nice, man, very nice. Okay then, Saurabh, it was very nice working with you. Whenever content managers leave Cracku to join these MBA institutes, I on many levels feel very happy. You know our board, right,
Yes,
where I
yes.
keep track of all the content managers, which MBA institute they went to. That is my source of pride. Okay, when I see that many of these guys have actually gone to IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Kolkata, IIM Lucknow, all of these, FMS, MDA, all of this, I feel so happy. Okay. On another level also I feel sad because we are used to working with you. If I have any issue, any question that needs to be addressed, I immediately send. So, but I wish you all the best. I hope that you do us proud. Okay.
Sir, one thing I also want to say, that sir, it made me feel at home whenever you used to tell me that you're not working properly. So my mother and my father sort of push me all, because they know that I'm very, I digress from whatever I'm doing every time, every now and then. So whenever you were telling me that you should work hard, you should do this, because we always have someone who does not do good. That line stuck with me, that I didn't want to be that guy who was not good. So yeah, that seriously, on every level I want to thank you, because that was, I have told you also once, and I want to say it again, that yeah, it helped me really.
Yeah.
And
No, when I actually talked to you, I actually felt that you will mess up cat. Okay. I genuinely felt that you would mess up cat because I've seen this, like to say the same movie many times, where 5-6 people join, many people work hard, one guy doesn't work hard. But I'm very happy that you put in effort and you did very well. I again, like, it is hindsight, but I wish you had done better at quant because
Yes,
I know
yes.
you are very good at quant. But okay, we'll ignore all of that for now. Very nice to have this chat with you. Okay, all the best for your future.
Thank you so much, sir.